Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Ace and I got more TF2 commentary, playing as a scout on King of the Hill Nerf, which is a King of the Hill custom map, obviously. And I'm fairly happy with this video because it basically confirmed something that I was scared of losing, that I still have it basically. I still have my scout touch, but we'll get there in a minute, because first of all I would like to give you guys a rather important heads up. As some of you should be aware right now, well, how do I say this? Well, YouTube is basically broken again. They messed it up, and it's probably not going to be the last time they messed it up, and it's also not the first time they have messed this up, because a lot of people are not getting videos of their subscribers, or the people that they have subscribed to, in their sub box, which is kind of a big deal, and I didn't really notice at first, but until I saw bigger YouTubers complaining and making videos about it, especially, let's say, Total Biscuit, I started to check my own statistics. And it appears that about 50% of you guys are not getting my videos in their sub box, if I have to basically see my current views to my average view on every single video I've had so far. So that's kind of a big deal. So I do release videos on a daily basis, so if you are not sure that you have seen every single video, I would like you to just go to my channel page and scroll down so you can see every video I have released in the last couple of days. So you can check out if you have missed a video or not, because there's a fairly good chance you have missed one. So you can check that out after this video, of course, because I would like you to watch this video first. And I am really happy with this video for one specific reason. Not because well, it's indirectly because I'm playing decent and that I really enjoyed this this map, this King of the Hill Nerf, which is once again a custom map. But it basically reconfirmed me that I don't entirely suck completely as a scout. I know, it seems a bit silly, because over the last couple of weeks I started to feel like I was losing my scout ability, my scout touch, if you like. Because I was of course playing other games, I was focusing on different classes. But I always could go back to my scout and always play decent, but I was for some reason, you know, losing that in the last couple of weeks. But right now I can feel pretty certain that I still got it. It's a bit rusty, but I still got it. And this is also why this video has multiple matches in one video, because, well, first of all, one King of the Hill match may be a little bit too short of a video, and we basically ran multiple rounds on Laptor's server with this custom map, and this has been recorded on Laptor's server, which is currently doing a new Minecraft series, and you probably should be aware of Laptor, of course, so you can check him out as well. Because if I wasn't playing on this server, I wouldn't have had this gameplay getting taken out as well here by the scout. And this is one of the side effects of my current loadout. I have switched my loadout, and if you have paid attention to that, I'm using the scattergun, the criticola, and the regular bed, which is not my usual loadout. My usual loadout is of course the scattergun, stock pistol, well, stock scattergun obviously, stock pistol and stock bat, which basically helps me fighting other scouts, because I find it to be extremely difficult for me still to jump around and then fight a different scout from close range who's also jumping around and then landing proper meat shots. So what I tend to do is basically create some distance and then use my pistol to take him out, because scouts don't have a lot of health anyway, especially when you already land one or two scattergun hits slightly, which are not body shots, otherwise you would have been able to kill him already. But that's my only weakness right now, and I should be, you know, getting more into MGE again, because I've been slacking a lot on that, because I don't really have much time. And MGE is of course my gamer's edge, which allows you to practice a lot of 1 versus 1, depending on which class you're fighting there. So that it really helps out. If you are really looking to become better in Team Fortress 2, you know, running an MGE every time before you start playing really helps out, because it really increases your skill level 1 versus 1. Anyway, the reason why I'm using the criticola and this specific gameplay is because first of all, I wanted to try it out a bit more, and of course it has been updated in the last significant patch. It now gives you a 25% speed buff, as well as of course the its duration has been increased with 2 seconds, which allows you to do a lot of fun things, like you can roll out faster, which is kind of nice. You know, it actually ends up being faster, because of course you have to stand still when you drink your criticola, but you actually make up for that and more if you start running. And also it allows you to be harder to hit which is kind of a nice thing because you are of course a lot faster. And on top of that, it does allow you to do more damage. You also take a little bit more damage, so it's a trade-off. But it's definitely nice to use, especially now that it lasts 8 seconds, so it's actually worth something. So it's nice that, you know, the Scout has more secondaries that are, you know, valuable to use instead of just the pistol. Even though I still think that in the long run the pistol will always be better, especially if you're looking from a competitive perspective or just from a more serious type of gameplay, because the critical is a lot of fun to use, but it does put you at more risk of dying and such. Getting taken out by a mini sentry, which of course is horrible for scouts, especially in this King of the Hill map. Because let's talk a little bit about the custom map which this is, and it's called King of the Hill Nerve. And I'm pretty happy with the map. I really like the layout. It's just that if you have a mini sentry on the enemy's team, you are going to have a bad time, because as you can see, the middle is relatively open and there is a lot of decent high ground watching over the middle. And even though you have walls that can provide, well, support from mini sentries, or basically allow you to hide away from them, it's not a whole lot. And you are going to be very vulnerable against people on the high ground, especially when you are fighting in the middle, which is supposed to be the case. This is why high ground is a thing, of course, and this is also why the middle is a lot more open than usual, I find, but especially in King of the Hill maps, of course. But a mini sentry is very powerful on this specific map, because as you can see, there's a lot of railing as well, so you have to be very specific with trying to get those mini sentries out of their way when they are behind the railing. Because sometimes, you know, your explosion doesn't really hit the mini sentry, but hits the railing instead, so it does less damage, etc. So you want to watch that out when you are trying to taking out those mini sentries. And right now I'm just jumping around like a scout can, and this is also why I really enjoy this map as a scout, because there's a lot of easy entrances, there's a lot of high ground that you can jump onto, and being, you know, of course, King of the Hill maps are usually a lot smaller, so being a scout already gives you an advantage of going really fast from one point to the map to the other. One of the things that I found to be very interesting is that there are not a whole lot of health packs on this map. There are, I believe, 2 big health packs on this map that I've been aware of, and also some small ones. But there are significantly less health packs compared to the average King of the Hill map that you have. And also trying to get some spawn kill going here, managed taking out. Well, I do manage taking out that sniper, if I'm not mistaken. But then, of course, the rocket did kill me. And it was to be expected, because I was trying to be a cocky bastard, and I was trying to get some spawn kill going, trying to slow him down, because nobody was really fighting in the middle. But unfortunately, I paid the iron price for it, with a rocket to my face, or to my feet. So it works one way or the other. I did manage to get a kill, but if that was really worth it, that's debatable. We are doing pretty good, at least my team is doing pretty good, and I'm just doing hit and runs, because that's what the critical also boosts as a scout. Basically, the critical allows you to do quicker hit and runs, as well as more effective hit and runs, because you do mini crits when you have your criticola. And especially if you know, catch those people off guard, which you should be doing anyway as a scout, you are able to do significantly more damage and have a lot more fun and a lot more ease at taking those people out, assuming they don't see you coming. If they do see you coming beforehand, you are going to have a bad time. They can take you out a lot easier because you are more vulnerable when you have your criticola active. Also, I should have run away right there, because I knew that Pyro was going to do something, and I was just hoping that I could take him out and look more badass than I actually am. But then again, I did end up paying the price of my life, which is kind of a inconvenient thing when you don't want to die. Also getting taken out right here by the other scout that also apparently died by my team members. And this is one of the things that I find to be very intriguing of this map, because there are not a lot of health packs on this entire map. You would expect health packs to be on the high ground a lot more often, but there's 2 big health packs on the side. Medium, just medium health packs. I haven't seen a full health pack basically, and I've not seen a lot of small health packs as well. So on this map, you definitely benefit from being a little bit more careful and a little bit more efficient, instead of the usual I'm going in, be reckless, go back, get a full health pack and call it a day. because you don't really get that chance here, because there's not a lot of support, unless you have, of course, medics on your team. But King of the Hill maps, in my experience, don't really have a lot of medics playing on them, unless somebody is specifically going for a pocket combo. Anyway, this video is about to come to an end, so make sure to check out my channel page to see if you have missed any kind of video, and otherwise be sure to follow me on Twitter or like me on Facebook so you can get updates like that. And I can only say I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe for more content, and I will catch you guys next time. Take care.